I'm Fiona Woodhead and I'm an author and illustrator of these Once Upon a Slime books. And today I am going to do a reading for you of one of my stories. So I normally go into schools for assemblies and do worksheets and fun classes for children. However, I'm going to do a video today for you instead. And I'm choosing the most favourite one that everyone likes in assemblies, which is the Once Upon a Slime, and a story about 4 ants. So you'll all know what an ant is. You'll see them in the garden and in the yard or in the park. So that's the story we're going to do today. So I'm going to read it out loud and you'll see them on screen. What I always get everyone to do is try and find the ladybirds on the page. So if you find the ladybird, you point at it and you shout "Ladybird" and see if you can find it before I do. So this is Once Upon a Slime, a garden tale about Max and 4 ants. Once upon a slime, there was a little boy called Max who lived at Cowpot Cottage. Ladybird! I've just spotted the ladybird. Did you guys see it? It's very small. A little boy called Max who lived at Cowpot Cottage on Farm Lane. It was the school summer holidays and Max and his mum were going to the park for a picnic. Oh, parks and picnics, they're one of our favourite things to do ever. Max, he packs his bag full of useful bits, a ball, a sun hat, his lunch and his magic magnifying glass. This allows him to see all the secret adventures little bugs get up to. They find a perfect spot just beside the slide, so they unpack their bag full of goodies and Max runs off to play in the park while his mum watches. On the slide, on the swing. What Max doesn't realise is there are a very small pair of eyes also watching him, a curious little ant. These are the ants that are watching him, and Ladybird just by the stone. Arthur is a common black garden ant, so he's very clever and he's super fast. He quickly runs off to find his friends to tell them about the exciting picnic news. Because ants don't have ears, Arthur taps out a food message with his legs to all his friends. So with his feet he goes tap, 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 tap. So ants don't have ears. They communicate by tapping their feet and sending vibrations. So I think we need to give it a go. Can everyone tap their feet? Can you hear my feet tapping? I can't hear yours yet. You're gonna have to tap your feet a bit louder. So come on, stomp and tap your feet. That's it, I can hear you. That's brilliant, keep stamping. Oh, I think all the other ants have heard. Right, now stop. Standing on an old rotten apple is Arlie, and he's a pavement ant. From the floor, Arlie feels those vibrations, and from you too, from Arthur's message. There's more food. So let's tap that message to all the other ants. See if everyone can hear you. Right, stop. Well done. 2 more ants feel vibrations of your stomping. Alps, he's a yellow meadow ant, and Adam, he's a wood ant. They stop playing football with an old pea and they run off to find Arthur and Arlie. The 4 ants peek out from behind the stone at the lunchtime feast that Max and his mum are eating. There's crisps, oranges and sausages. Arthur the ant's eyes widen in delight. Jam sandwiches. Jam sandwiches are Arthur's favourite food. So Max, he's now stuffed. Max is full. Max really loves picnics. So his tummy is so full, he leaves a full jam sandwich. He sits and watches the 4 ants creep out from behind the stone, over the grass and onto the sandwich. Ladybird! I spotted one. Did you spot the ladybird? Munch, munch, munch. The ants eat and eat until their tummies feel as though they're going to go pop. I can make quite a good popping noise. Can you do that? Tummies go pop. But what happens when you normally go on a picnic? It begins to rain. Drat. Drip, drip, splash, splosh. Big rain falls down from the sky. The heavy rain quickly makes a big puddle. Oh no, most ants cannot swim. Max knows if he tries to pick them out of the water, he'll squish them and he doesn't want to squash them. So what is he going to do? So ants, they don't have lungs. So can everyone take a big breath in like this? Everyone take a big breath. So they're your lungs. That's what helps you hold your breath in the water. But ants cannot do this. They cannot hold their breath. Instead, ants have these tiny little holes all over their bodies. They absorb the oxygen from the air. So these ants need to get out of the water, the puddle, and they need to do it fast. Max looks around him for something he can use. What can he use from the leftover picnic? He flicks some crisps into the puddle and they start to float. I know what crisps these look like out to me. My favourite, salt and vinegar. Arthur the ant sees one and he climbs on board. The crisps are like little boats. They're starting to float. Arthur splashes a message in the water so the other ants, and they all clamber on because he can't shout because they don't have ears. So instead he taps his message into the water and they climb on. Ladybird! Did anyone see the ladybird? They use their antennae and their legs as oars and they float to safety. Yay! Apart from poor little Adamant, he's puddle sick. So the ants, they're now wet and they're cold, but they're safe. And they're a bit hungry again from all that adventures. The 4 ants pick up some food onto their backs and they carry it home to the ants' nest. Max and his mum, they pack away their picnic things and Max watches the food scuttle away on their backs. Can you see how the ants carry their food? Max sings to himself, hi-ho, hi-ho, it's back to the ants' nest they go, with lots of food and tasty treats, hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. Look at all that food the ants have. They are going to be very full ants after that, aren't they? And without all of my Once Upon a Slime books, there's loads of facts about the bugs you've been reading about, and they're true facts. So should we just do one? Let's do one of the facts here. Let's do this one. Let's follow their scuttle. Scuttle, 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 scuttle. Oh, it's a twisty scuttle. So this tells you all about ants' habitat, about how ants, they live in ants' nests. You can find these by looking for small piles of mud or sand. You've got to look for holes in soil, lawns, and by walls. And we always have a maze. I love a maze. You can't finish a book without a maze. And that's my Once Upon a Slime book. I have others that I can read another time. And they're always available from the website.